lengthening. One thing that you could do to get better is Urdhva Mukha Shvanasana. Practice that more safely. You'll be grounded, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can practice lengthening the front of the body. And
Okay.
as you practice that, then you may be um, feeling the edges. You're not hitting the edges so soon in the standing back bends.
Okay. Got it.
Um, on the other hand, if even after you practice that, you're feeling like you're hitting the edges even earlier than you should. um, I I suggest that there is no you should be able to do this. It is what it is now, and continue to reach for that edge is my other suggestion.
Yeah. Sure, sir. I'll try it.
Many of our aggressive postures come from, I used to be able to do this, so I should be able to do this now. Is, I get into that aggressive thing myself. I used to be able to do this. But as we know, our edges are always moving around, either coming nearer or going farther. With every breath, our edges could change. The beginning of the session to the end of the sessions, the edges are different from the morning to the evening, even breath to breath. And so, as we understand it, and if there are edges that are persistent, we acknowledge, we lovingly acknowledge where the edges are, and we courageously approach them anyway. Thank you, Ankit. Very good question. Any other questions or observations? Let us begin again. Any comfortable seated posture. 3 deep breaths. After 3 deep breaths, resting your awareness around your chest. Allow the breaths with an open physical attitude and a mental attitude. And a physical open attitude is to keep the shoulders broad, spine comfortably straight, relaxing the shoulders to the sides, not to the front. And the relaxation opens up the physical aspects. And to be open in mind is to be accepting whatever the experience that is flowing. Not hanging on to something pleasant, not resisting that is unpleasant. A hint of a smile on your face. How fortunate we are to be here. What a miracle to be alive and aware. Palms to the heart center. Namaskara mudra. Thinking of someone that you love and respect, living or not. Dedicating this Hatha Yoga session and all the benefits from this session to that person. Chin to the chest. Gently opening your eyes. Inhaling, taking the arms by the side, palms going up, pressing the palms, looking up. Exhaling, palms coming down to the chest, looking down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. One more round. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Release. If as many of you can come on the video, I can help you more. The people on the screen, Manjit and Sanjay, have been practicing for a while. So if my instructions are not clear, you can look at them. You don't have to be finding the same edges as they are finding. You might have a completely different set of edges, and that is okay. But if my instructions are not clear, you can watch them. But if you're on the video, if you're practicing, or if I would be able to help you more if there are any adjustments needed. Alignments are very important. If you're not practicing this in the right way, you will cause more imbalances and cause injuries. And that's the reason why I keep asking you to come on video, come up to standing, broad stance, toes pointing directly forward, hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Bring your arms up to a V position, up, palms facing the front. Inhaling, move your hips forward, take your arms back, look up gently, keeping your balance on your feet. Next exhalation, bending forward, hugging yourself. Knees can be bent. Allow the head to go down toward the mat. 4 more rounds. After completing, hands on the base. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up to the sides, parallel to the ground, palms facing the front. Inhaling center, exhaling, bending toward the right leg. Left fingertips reaching for the ceiling and then reaching for the right wall. Right ear falling down to the right shoulder. Inhaling center. Don't hold your breath in any of the postures. Next exhalation, bending toward the left. Allow the left ear to fall down to the left shoulder. Inhaling center. 4 more rounds. After completing, hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Don't hold your breath in any posture. But as I give instructions to inhale or exhale for transitions, coordinate that movement with the breath. And in the posture, if you're staying longer, continue to breathe. Arms up to the sides, parallel to the ground, palms facing the front. Inhaling center, exhaling, twisting to the right. Turn your head, look past the right shoulder. Inhaling center. Next exhalation, twisting to the left. Turn your head. Inhaling center. 4 more rounds. After completing, hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Toes pointing slightly outward, 45 degrees turned outward. Arms up, interlacing fingers. palms facing up. Bend your knees and sit back in an imaginary chair behind you. The knees are going toward where the toes are pointing to. Slightly leaning forward to keep the balance on your feet, exhaling, straightening up. Inhaling, bend your knees, sitting back in an imaginary chair. Exhaling, straightening up. 3 more rounds. Utkatasana variation. Keep the back straight as you bend your knees. After completing, bring your feet hip width apart. Toes pointing forward, hands on the waist. Take a deep breath. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling, climbing onto your toes, reach for the ceiling. Exhaling, heels down. 4 more rounds. After completing, release the arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. As you follow my instructions, courageously reaching for your own edge, not as you imagine the edges, or not as you wish where the edges were, just as the edges are. So you're courageously approaching the edges, every posture, coordinating breath with movements as instructed. And then your entire attention is on your own experience of body sensations, breath, and emotions. Stop all the distracting sources, phones, silent. Uh, Ask permission from the rest of the family members to allow you to practice so you can pay full attention. Front of the mat, mountain posture, feet as close together as you can. Stacking your hips, shoulders, and head on top of each other. Arms by the side, palms facing the sides of your thighs, fingers pointing downward. And you can feel the balance on your feet. For a moment, close your eyes. Feel your breaths and the effects of breaths on your feet. If you're feeling dizzy and imbalanced, you can open your eyes and feel the breath on your feet. If you can, close your eyes and feel the breath on your feet. The soles of your feet feeling more pressure on inhalations and relaxations on exhalations. And the balance could be shifting around. That's where things are. Gently open your eyes. Namaskara mudra. Inhaling, take your arms all the way up to the ceiling and then move your hips forward. Take your arms back. Hasta Uttanasana. 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation, bending forward, surrender, completely relax the shoulders, head relaxed completely. Continuing to breathe as you bend forward with exhalations. After that, continuing to breathe, but surrender. Fingertips by the sides of your feet. 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, right foot back, long step back. Ashvasanchalana. Left knee on top of the left ankle, maybe pressing against the side, abdomen and chest. Looking up, 3, 2, 1. Left foot back, Falakasana, plank. Shoulders right over the wrists, abdomen held firmly. Head, neck, spine, legs are all aligned at an angle from the ground. 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation, knees down, chest down, chin down. Elbows are close to the body, pointing to the back. Your chin, chest, palms, and knees and toes. Your hips are up from the mat. 3, 2, 1. Next inhalation, Bhujangasana, hips down, head and chest up. Use your back muscle strength rather than pressing on the palms. Toes pointing to the back, big toes touching each other. 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation, tuck your toes in, press the palm, straighten the elbow, look down, seat bones all the way up to the ceiling. Looking at your navel, head completely relaxed, knees can be relaxed. Allow the chest to move toward the knees. 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, right foot forward between the palms. If you can do this in one step, do that. Otherwise, both knees down, right foot forward between the palms, and then left knee off the mat. Right knee is on top of the right ankle. Allow the left hip to relax down. 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation, left foot forward, Uttanasana, full forward bend, attitude of surrender. 3, 2, 1. Next inhalation, take your arms all the way up to the ceiling, move your hips forward, take your arms back, look up. 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation, Namaskara Mudra. 3. Take a deep breath. 2, 1. Inhaling, back bend. 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation, full forward bend from the hips forward, head completely relaxed, shoulders relaxed. 3, 2, 1. Next inhalation, left foot back, long step back, looking up, feeling the stretch on the front left hip. 3, 2, 1. Right foot back, plank. 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation, Ashtanga Namaskara, knees down, chest down, chin down, elbows close to the body. 3, 2, 1. Next inhalation, Cobra posture, Bhujangasana, big toes touching each other, pointing to the back. 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Your knees can be bent slightly. Even if the heels are not landing down, it's okay. Focus on keeping the back straight. Palms and all the fingers are pressing down. Shoulder blades on your back are gently going toward each other. 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, left foot forward between the palms. Allow the right hip to go down, feeling the stretch on the front of the right hip. 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, right foot forward. Uttanasana, surrender. 3, 2, 1. Next inhalation, Hasta Uttanasana, back bend. 3, 2, 1. Namaskara Mudra. Release the arms. Any of you have questions or anything seems very unnatural, feeling the pressure or load too much in some places, please share. If you have a problem, very likely others also might have a problem. They may not be feeling like asking the question, but they would really appreciate you asking the question, getting the answer. Mhm. Let us continue. Tadasana, Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Inhaling right foot back. Left foot back. Exhaling Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhaling Bhujangasana. Exhaling Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling right foot forward. Exhaling left foot forward. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling Namaskara Mudra. Take a deep breath. Inhaling back bend. Move your hips forward, remember. Exhaling forward bend. Inhaling left foot back. Right foot back. Exhaling Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhaling Bhujangasana, Cobra posture. Exhaling Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhaling left foot forward. Exhaling right foot forward. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling Namaskara Mudra. Release your arms, stand relaxed. It is very important to get the alignments and the breath coordination right. If you're learning this for the first time, you will get used to it. Um, I'm trying to think, since nobody is coming on the video, I'm trying to think which are the areas where people usually tend to have problems. Few things to note. If you're not keeping the palms shoulder width when you're going into plank posture rather than wide. Sometimes you keep the palms wider than the shoulder. That might make it harder in Ashtanga Namaskara also. So always keep the palms just outside the chest is fine, not too far wide. Your shoulder width is the chest width, just outside the chest. That is one thing that I can think of. The other, in Uttanasana, when I say full forward bend, keeping the head high even when in forward bend. In Hasta Uttana, your head is going back. In Uttanasana, your head is relaxed completely. And in Ashwa Sanchalana, you're looking up. And in plank, you're coming to neutral head posture. Then in Ashtanga, you're basically looking up when your chin and chest are down. Bhujangasana also you're looking up. But then in Adho Mukha, you're completely relaxing the head. And in Ashwa, you're looking up. Uttanasana, you're looking down or completely relaxing the head. And in Hasta Uttana, you're looking back, looking up. And in Samasthiti, your head is neutral. This is one other thing that I have noticed. Are there anything else, people who have been practicing, anything else from your own experience where people go, or you have yourself corrected for the benefit of others?
Yes, Jay. Actually, that breathing when we transition from Ashwa to plank. So
Yes.
I had a confusion earlier, like we have to hold the breath actually.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a long, from Ashwa to plank, you are beginning to exhale. In Ashwa, you are inhaling. And then plank and Ashtanga is one long exhalation. Is that okay? Yeah. For coordination, you would be slowly exhaling as you take your foot back and then knees down, chest down. So you completely exhale as you go down. There is no inhalation, exhalation needed just for the plank posture. It's a transition. Yes, Vinay.
Jay, just one question I have, like when I do Surya Namaskara in a faster way, I don't realize like how I'm transitioning from Bhujanga to Ardhamukha. Uh, but now when slowly I'm doing, so should I first go completely up and then transition to Ardhamukha, or should like I'm a little bit confused over there.
From Bhujangasana,
Yeah,
um, you have a long exhalation. You tuck your toes in,
correct. So
press
just
the
I'm showing
palms,
you.
press the palms, straighten the elbow. Yes. Tuck, your toes are tucked in already. Yes, good. And that is one long exhalation. Yes. Yeah. Um, actually start the exhalation after you press the palms. Or as you start pressing the palms, start the exhalation. Yes. Um, good question. Vijay, did you have a question, Vijay?
No,
Or you want to
just an
share something?
observation.
Yes,
I
yes,
think
please.
probably Vinay demonstrated that. if
Yeah.
we are not in a proper posture during Bhujanga, and when
Mm.
we try to go for the next
Adho.
one,
Yes.
Adho Mukha Svanasana, if our hands are already in a not properly bent, that might injure the center of the back. There could
Yeah.
be.
Good. Good question. Good observation. Thank you. And the other thing that I want to emphasize is palms, both the palms and all the fingers are pressing. Sometimes we will put more pressure on the outside at, around the little finger when we are in Adho Mukha. And sometimes I even see the inner fingers are not even touching the mat. So please make sure that your palms and all the fingers are pressing down in Adho Mukha, and then your elbow might slightly rotate out. That brings the shoulder action to bring the shoulder blades together on the back. You would, as you practice, you can notice these things. You can go deeper in the postures with proper alignment of all the joints. Yes, Sachin?
Yes, Jay. So generally when we do Ashtanga, the elbows are goes back outside actually.
Looking back, yes.
So so what I did is like when we keep my palms, I keep it little outward direction. So
Okay,
it automatically brings my elbows to close to the body.
I see. I see. I see. But is that putting more strain when you go from there to from Bhujanga to Adho Mukha? Are your palms
Mm.
always looking out like that?
Yes, but I don't feel any other thing. But it helps me keeping the elbows close to the body.
Closer. Okay. No, I understand. Again, this is if, see, there are structural things and then there are functional things. We may be structured. My joints and muscles are in a certain way constructed. My, for example, my one of my arms could be small, shorter than the other arm. One of my legs could be shorter than the other. And so I naturally adjust to those, and there is no way around it, right? But if there are functional, as in lifestyle has changed our body in a way where some muscles are longer, held longer because we are like this. Our back muscles are always lengthened, right? We are always slouched in front of the computer. All these muscles are held, stretched, tired. And then these muscles are shorter. They're held shorter. They're always tight. We cannot even lift our arms like this because these are all shorter because we have shrunk into the screen. And so for those things, um, instead of adjusting to the way the functional restrictions are, see if you can reach for the edge. Um, and why I'm saying all of that is if for Ashtanga Namaskara you're doing that, that's okay. But for Bhujangasana and Adho Mukha, to the extent that you can, if you have your palms down, fingers generally pointing forward rather than outward or inward. See if you can get, or if there is any structural problems in keeping the palm straight and fingers generally pointing forward in Adho Mukha. The reason why I'm saying is, if we are doing this in Adho Mukha, there's a lot of weight on the palms in Adho Mukha. When you do this, your elbows and the shoulders are all reacting to the palms being this way. You may be okay with that, but see if this helps you align your elbows and shoulders more beneficially for you. Is that okay, Sachin?
Yes, I just thought like every time I need to correct the elbows when I do Ashtanga. So I thought like if I keep it this way, it will automatically bring my elbows close. So I started doing it and it was helping. But now I will start putting the same and intentionally like keeping my elbow close.
Um, at least see in Ashtanga, you're not putting much weight on the palms. That's okay. But in Adho Mukha, you're putting weight. There, it
Yes.
is more important to get the alignment right. So you're not putting more weight, more imbalances or stresses on your elbows or shoulders. The other thing that I remember in Adho Mukha, let us say you're in Ashtanga Namaskara, Bhujangasana. I say tuck your toes in, and then from there you straight away go to Adho Mukha. If you're feeling your palms, some people actually walk toward the palms too much. You don't need to do that. If you want a slight bit of adjustments on your toes is okay. Maybe a bit forward, but not walk toward your palms by a lot. In Adho Mukha, so sometimes you feel like you need to land the heels down. And landing the heels down, you might want to walk forward. So your palms are down and heels are down. The typical length is between the palms and the toes are exactly your plank posture. From plank posture, you should be able to go up in, yes, take the seat bones up and head down and heels down. But if you want half a step forward is okay, but not more than that. And also, when you're load bearing your palms and feet, don't jerk around because that will cause injury, right? If you're trying to make unnatural movements when your palms and feet are already down, you need to be careful. Um, I have injured my shoulder trying to move around from I'm trying to remember. From Adho Mukha, I was transitioning to another advanced posture, but did a jerk and injured my shoulder. Any other questions, observations before we do one more round for the day?
Jay, once I also had injured my back actually when I was pushing to cobra pose in a jerky movement.
Yes, yes. There was one gentleman, Bijoy, or somebody who did 108. He joined the first session and then I don't know if he's on the session. Is he on the session? He said he was able to do 108, but then he injured unfortunately, he injured his back and had to go through surgery and whatnot. So please, no aggression. There is nothing that you're proving to anybody. Nothing. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. You are already divine, and we are trying to discover the divinity in ourselves. Not we are getting to be more divine. We are already all of us are divine, and we are trying to discover that. And in that posture, in that journey, you don't need to prove anything to anybody. So please keep that in mind. Thank you, Manjit, for sharing. Let us do one more round for the day. Tadasana. The journey is to discover the divinity that is always there in all of us. It's already and always. here and now. The journey usually has this connotation of going somewhere. This journey is more discovering the divinity that is already and always here. Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Inhaling right foot back. Left foot back. Exhaling Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhaling Bhujanga. Exhaling Adho Mukha. Inhaling right foot forward, Ashva Sanchalana. Exhaling left foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling back bend, Hasta Uttanasana. Exhaling Namaskara Mudra. Take a deep breath. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Inhaling left foot back, long step back. Look up. Ashva Sanchalana. Right foot back. Plank. Exhaling Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhaling Bhujanga. Exhaling Adho Mukha. Inhaling left foot forward. Exhaling right foot forward. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling Namaskara Mudra. Release your arms. Stand relaxed. I would like one of you who's not practiced before to come on video and demonstrate Adho Mukha Svanasana. If any of you could come on the video. If you've not been practicing. Before, if this is a new practice for you, could you please demonstrate Adho Mukha Svanasana? Downward facing dog.
Yeah, Jay, this is Prabhu.
Yes,
This
Prabhu.
is very first session for me.
Yes.
Actually, I had an sports injury, so I just joined this session to strengthen my muscles, so that I can. Yeah, it's on my knee, so certain asanas I cannot perform. However, I'm trying to utilize this session to discover myself, to engage the oneness, to learn and go on the yoga practices to reflexing my muscles.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Yes. Yeah, if you're working around injury or if there are structural restrictions, you can adjust the practice. Amber, did you want to say something or you want to share or demonstrate Adho Mukha?
Demonstration. Actually, my room is not like I can.
Okay.
I am still figuring out the room. So
Okay.
in few days actually.
Sure.
So,
Sure. No.
but yeah, but one point actually, while doing without break, without pause, I am misstepping breathing.
You're breaking up.
Okay. Is it clear now?
Yeah, better now. Go ahead.
So, when I'm practicing without without pause between the postures,
Yeah.
in that case, breathing is going out of sync.
Yeah, that's yeah, quite possible. Don't worry about it. First, get the alignment right. Next, breathing will come.
Okay. Okay.
Is that okay? Yeah, don't worry. Good, very good. Thank you for asking the question. Many people, this is why I'm asking, I'm pleading to ask questions. Breathing will come in place, it will fall in place once you get the alignments right. Once you get the bones and muscles in right order, we can the proper breathing will come more naturally. Yes, Bhupender.
Yeah. Hi, sir. I
Yes.
thought you were asking someone can demonstrate.
Yes,
So,
yes. Yes, please.
it's a full one round I'll do now.
No,
Shall I
just
do?
Adho Mukha. Just downward
Adho
facing
Mukha,
dog.
is that downward
Downward
dog
facing
position?
dog, palms
Okay.
down, toes
Okay.
down,
Okay.
and seat bones up.
Yeah.
Yes, just that. Come to plank, plank posture. Yes, and from there, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Seat bones up toward the ceiling. Yes, very nice. Slightly bend the knees, slightly relax the knees, chest toward the knees. Yes, head down. This is very nice. Very, very nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. All the, you can see palms and all the fingers pressing down. Um, on the toes is perfectly okay. Heels don't have to be going down. If you're trying to press the heels down, you might, if you may not yet be there. But as you keep practicing, you will be able to land the heels down. Very good, Bhupender. Thank you so much. Thank you. Lying down on your back. Thank you so much. Resting your awareness around your abdomen. Surrender. This journey to discover seems difficult because usually the journeys are taking us to some place far out. This journey is harder because we are already here. We are too close to the destination because we're already at the destination. We don't see things that are too close. Relax. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Move your fingers and toes. Bring your legs together. Take your arms overhead, interlacing fingers. Stretch from the fingers to toes. Release the fingers. Bend your knees. Roll to your right side. Use your right arm as a pillow. Rest. When you're ready to sit up facing forward, eyes closed. Any meditative posture. Taking your hands back, catching the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, growing taller. Exhaling, bending forward, thanking Mother Earth. Inhaling, coming up. Rubbing your palms, vigorously generating heat. Massaging your closed eyes with your heated palms. And gently blinking your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you all so much for giving me this opportunity. Have a good evening and a good day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Jay.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you so much.